You right?
Yep. What?
Nothing. Just making sure you're not getting hacked right now while we're talking. You're okay?
Sorry.
We'll talk about it later. All right. Everyone relax. This is TOFOP. I'm Charlie Clausen.
I'm Wil Anderson. Hello, and thank you for watching.
And thank you for watching the last
this is the last one.
episode
Ever.
of 2025. This is our Christmas episode. It's a few weeks early.
It's our Christmassy episode. Christmas-ish.
Christmas.
When is it too early to do it? I mean, the lights are... When we're recording this, the lights and the songs and the Christmas stuff has already been springing up all over the joint.
I walked past my local florist and they were stringing up a giant green bow above their door to symbolise
the bow tie
of
Jesus
Christmas.
wore. that Anna Geddes put the baby Jesus in when she took those adorable photos of the baby Jesus. He was there in the upside down pumpkin. He was in the haystack. The three wise men were passing him around. It was a good fun time.
They were passing him around, were they?
Well, not passing him around. Like, I mean, having fun. Have some fun with it.
Yeah. Tickling him. No, maybe not. Just giving kisses. Wait a minute. No. They were just caring for that baby Jesus.
You know what? The wise men will step back a little. They are wise men. They understand. They understand the danger of the circumstance they have found themselves in.
So what we're saying is Merry Christmas to one and all. The way a child views the year is with like holidays and gifts. So it's like Easter eggs, birthday, their presents, Halloween, they get lollies, and then Christmas. So there is that tension between Halloween and Christmas. Like it's
the real marketing pillars of the year, aren't
100%. And and we've just fully embraced them as Australians. Like I've given up. Yeah. It's like, okay, like there was a time we're like, we're not America. This isn't America. And now it's like, we all do it. So, and it's, and she loves it. So I'm okay with it. But there is this, she was, before the post office put up the big green bow, she started cutting out Christmas decorations on like November 3rd. Oh. She was like, when can we start putting up the Christmas decorations?
Okay.
So I have to make that decision of like, well,
what's your rule?
I think December 1st is where Christmas, well, you got to get into December at least, right? 4 weeks.
I don't know. This is what I'm asking you. I mean, I've heard of the 12 days of Christmas. What do they have to... is that just a song that got thrown into the mix and traditionally isn't part of the Christmas lore? Like,
12 days of Christmas.
The song, the 12 days of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, yeah. So what are they? Can you remember off the top of your head?
Oh, let's see if we can do this off the
without
top of our
using...
Okay, no internet.
No Siri,
Let's
no
see if
internet.
we can work out what the 12 days of Christmas are. So on the first day of Christmas, my true love said to me...
A partridge
in a pear tree. Okay, we've locked in one.
Lock it
on
in.
the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3...
Pipers piping? No. 3...
I reckon you've gone early on Pipers piping.
3...
I think there are some Pipers piping, but I think they're later on.
3... No, I think it's 3 turtle... 3 turtle doves, 2 da-da-da. I think it's 3 turtle doves. I'm going to change 2.
It's 2 turtle doves.
Okay, thanks, John. I love that John's like, we're not letting this draw out for too long.
Oh, we have panicked early in this process. We have got 2 days into the days of... We thought we could do 12, and we've got 2 in.
I'm out of ideas.
And you've thrown in Pipers, and I knew it was too early.
Okay. Can I sing it? Because it's on it.
Yeah, sing
it. Day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 2 turtle doves and a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, okay.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 3 golden rings.
No.
3...
It's 5 golden rings.
Nerf guns.
I'm willing to lock in some of the ones that I reckon it's...
Give me some options.
5 golden rings.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint. It's poultry related.
3 chickens. Gave me
3 French hens.
3 cockerels. Okay,
3 French hens.
3 French hens.
2 turtle doves.
Is it really 3 French hens?
Yeah.
It is.
I don't remember that line at all. Okay. All right. On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 4 4 of Abby Chatfield's vibrators.
4 Abby Chatfield vibrators.
The whole family.
Okay.
One for mum, one for
You know
dad,
what?
one each for the kids.
We've got 3 wise men, but 4 happy women.
Well, give us a hint for number 4, James.
Gold, frankincense, and
4 birds.
Oh, so not turtle
4
doves. Peacocks? No.
calling birds.
cocks.
4 calling birds.
Yes.
You know what I'm realizing is I don't know this song at all.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been no help at this point. I've locked in 5 golden rings. I remember that bit.
5 golden rings. 5
4 calling birds,
Okay.
3 French
French
hens,
hens,
2
2
turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
All right, the 6th day of Christmas.
Yeah, my true love sent to me.
6. Give us a hint, James. Just.
It's another type of bird.
Oh my God.
Pipers piping?
No.
No.
A bird
no.
that you might potentially eat.
Oh, a turkey? No, you don't eat turkey.
Well, you would eat the fat of this bird.
Oh,
mostly.
duck. Duck. A duck.
Geese.
Oh.
What are the geese doing? Are they mating?
Yeah, let's, because we want it to be the
Fucking
cruelest
geese.
Christmas ever.
We
Well,
So-
send you some fucking geese. Now, what are the geese doing?
The geese are laying.
Oh,
6
geese are laying.
oh, that's
well.
why you thought you're close. Is that what they're implying when they came up with the lyrics to
Yeah.
this? 6 geese are laying.
Yeah, 6 geese
5
are laying,
golden
5 golden
rings,
rings.
4
calling
golden
birds,
birds,
3
3
French
French
hens,
hens, 2
2
turtle
turtle
doves,
doves.
and a partridge in a... Okay.
Okay.
7th day of
Yes.
Christmas, the most
Ah.
important number, because God is 7.
7 pipers piping.
James?
Also bird related.
Oh.
Is it a flightless bird, or is it?
Yes.
It is a flight. Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
no. Do they?
7 bin
Yeah.
chickens.
7 ibis.
Ibing.
Ibing.
It's semi-flightless. Okay, so is there a peacock? No.
They do fly.
Okay.
This is 7 swans swimming.
Swimming
Oh.
swans.
Hmm.
7
You know how I
swans are
feel
swimming.
about swans.
That's tough to. How are you presenting to somebody 7 swimming swans?
Oh, they're swimming in gravy. You're serving them up for Christmas lunch. This is a person who hates birds.
I mean, what are you? But if you are keeping the swans swimming, how are you? What are you also throwing in a pool, or are you?
Kiddie
Is
pool.
this person meant
Well,
to supply their own place for the swans to swim?
I assume the person who is singing this song or the family this is about are quite wealthy, especially at the time which it was written. Like all this food and all the 5 golden rings, like that's someone who owns an estate. So I imagine that they point to the garden and they say, "Look, children, on Christmas morning, your father has purchased 7 swimming swans," and you see the swans going around on the lake.
Yeah, okay, but the 5 golden rings could just be like burger rings.
That's how it goes down in my house. Merry Christmas.
Not even a full packet.
Yeah,
5 rings.
I left you
One
5,
one for each
5
finger.
burger rings. 8 pipers piping.
Maids are milking.
Yes.
Maids are milking. Yes.
Oh wow! So this is a rich.
See, I've got a
family.
few of these in here. Like I've got 5 and 8.
Is it 5
1,
maids
5 and
milking
8.
or 5 milkmaids? Because that's completely. And suddenly this whole thing gets flipped on its head.
I love that there's some milking involved. So what is implied here is you're not just getting the cow,
Yeah,
but you're also getting somebody to milk the cow.
that's a good
And
gift.
they've not even led with the fact that it is
Slavery. You've purchased.
Oh, yeah,
You've
good point,
purchased
actually.
livestock and
Yeah,
a human.
And a human. I've given you 8 humans, 8 human slaves, and the cows.
And they
will
don't even
milk
get
for you.
Christmas Day off. That is
No,
how cruel
they
you
will
are
be
as a
milking
slave owner.
all Christmas Day, so we can eat as much cream as we like.
Look, it wouldn't be the first non-politically correct Christmas song.
Oh yeah,
so-
that is true. Yeah, there's a history.
Oh, baby, it's
of
cold
baby,
outside.
It's cold outside.
Yeah. All right, 8 milkers milking, 9 pipers piping.
8 maids are milking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Milk is milky. I was thinking Fury Road for a second.
Nine.
9. Is it an animal or a thing?
It's a person.
Oh, more.
Lords
these-
are leaping. Is it
These
9
lyrics
lords are
come
leaping?
Coming from genius.com, which
Have we had the leaping
actually
lords? Isn't there
questioning-
leaping lords at some
Are you
point?
questioning this is legit or not? Do you want to just
I'm
cross-reference
just
this?
questioning like how much the song may have changed over the years, and like what the original is versus, maybe an evolution of the song.
I mean, it's a
This
good
one
thing
is
for us to
9
examine.
ladies dancing.
Oh, yeah. I reckon
Ah.
that used to be Lords are Leaping, didn't it? Because
I'm
is there
looking
any
this up.
Lords are Leaping in your list, James, that you're looking at the moment? Are Lords leaping? Do you find any Lords leaping in your list? Are there Lords, and are they leaping? These are the questions that I need answered today.
All right, I'm just looking at the lyrics
Yes.
on. So you're on Genius, right?
Yeah.
This is Classic FM, Classic FM, whatever this website
Welcome
is.
to Guys
Okay.
Google Christmas lyrics. This is our Christmas episode.
All right,
We're
and
going through the
so
12
they
days of Christmas.
say their lords are leaping on
Lords
the
are
9th
Leaping.
day.
I'm a Lords of Leaping people. I was raised around Lords of
No,
Leaping people.
no, sorry, they are
No.
they are
Ladies dancing.
they are ladies dancing.
Ladies
10
dancing,
is
10
lords are
lords are
leaping.
leaping.
Oh, okay. Ladies dancing and Lords of Leaping.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got leaping lords and lady dancers, and milk and maids.
What is lords are leaping like? What are they royalty lords, or is this another? Because
Let's
it's
say
seems,
you're a land holder if you're a lord.
it's got
you-
Epstein vibes all over it, doesn't it?
doesn't
You bring in
it?
the dancing girls, then you bring
Yeah.
in the lords.
Yeah, then you bring in the milkers.
The whole thing's just some weird eyes wide shut
I
kind
mean,
of.
you did say it was human trafficking, so I guess you're right.
Okay, the 11th day of Christmas. Piper's piping.
Pipers,
Fun,
oh my
it's the only
God.
one I knew.
You went so early with Piper's piping. Piper's piping. 2. You had Piper's piping in at 3, I think, right?
Piper's piping. Come on,
11th day of Christmas, Piper's piping.
laying some pipe. More
Yeah,
like it.
exactly. The 2 11s, 1 and 1.
This is-
Piper's piping.
This is Diddy's.
2 pipes.
This
next
is
to each
Diddy's
other
12 days of
of
Christmas. 12 bottles of baby oil. Okay, 12th day of
Uh,
Christmas. My true love gave to me.
12
Need a bit of. Need
dancers dancing.
No, we've done that. Need something to
Shufflers.
dance to.
Musicians playing. Drummers drumming.
Drummers drumming.
Drummers drumming on the 12th day of Christmas. My true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming. Yeah, okay. You're
12
upping the
drummers
game.
drumming.
That's basically what is happening, right? First day, it's like a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's grooming. Just sort of winning them over.
Grooming is a weird word to introduce at this point, but I guess,
Well, you're sort of easing them into what the freak off that's about to happen.
yeah.
It's like, hey, do you like partridges and pear trees? Come to my place. I've got the perfect pear tree with the most beautiful partridge.
You want a couple of turtle doves?
You
Up
come
my
around?
sleeve. Here they are.
You see a few people at the house there. It's like
Uh-huh.
nothing unusual going
Yeah.
around. It's like, are there cameras everywhere? Like, who knows?
Who knows?
Okay. Then the next day,
uh,
Diddy calls you up.
uh,
You know what you really want to come around and see? 2 turtle doves,
Yeah.
quite rare.
and what I mean by that is I have combined a turtle and a dove.
It's some horrendous.
Half turtle, half dove. I've been doing experiments. It's kind of like the Doctor of Isla Moreau, but sexy.
Yeah. 3 French hens after that. So, okay. So
Yeah.
that's all. Like,
Yeah, 'cause
you're
you
winning
know that
everyone
about
who-
the French hens. You know what I mean?
What does that mean? Is
Well,
that,
you know,
is
the
that a sex
French
move?
hens, yeah,
Oh, you want a
like,
French
the
hen?
French hen, yeah.
I'll give you 2 choices: a French hen or a rusty trombone. Your choice. So this is everything, and then it's 4 calling birds. Okay, so it's
Yes.
all people love animals.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to lull someone into a weird freak off, you do it with animals, right? Who doesn't love animals? Come
But
around to
maybe
my
this
petting
isn't
zoo.
animals, right? Like maybe
You
the
think they're
whole
all
idea
code
is this
words.
is like calling.
Oh, so now we're getting
birds
into
is
Pizzagate
like-
sort of territory.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
that we
right.
need to decode this, which is like when they say calling birds,
Yeah.
they mean, phone sex operators.
Yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
think is great? It's like James sort of mentioned before we started recording, hey, you guys are interested in doing
Yeah.
Christmas
Chris-
episodes,
yeah,
something we
so
can promote.
Christmas themed content, maybe they could
Over
sell to
Christmas,
some
and it's like,
Christmas advertisers.
is
Really
this
get
what you-
those family businesses out there. The Christmas spirit. Are there hidden coded sexual moves in? I mean, it get a lot of hits. P Diddy's parties revealed in 12 days of Christmas scandal.
Don't think they'll be making Hallmark cards about this episode.
No.
I'm
no.
dreaming of a white party Christmas.
7 swans are swimming. Oh no, so 5 golden rings. Where are those rings going? What appendage are you putting those rings on?
Cock rings.
Yep.
5 golden cock rings. Vibrating cock rings.
6 geese are laying.
Uh,
We know what's going on there.
Yep.
7 swans are swimming. I reckon
Water
swan
sports.
would be I
That's
think
a
it's
water
code word.
sports.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, swimming.
So the swans
swans
maybe are the people who are there to provide the water for the said sport. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yes!
code is
That's what swans are swimming means.
as
yes.
in, yeah. Maybe they're just them all in white, but they've got no pants on.
Yes.
They go around just
All right,
providing
you've
water.
got too many ideas.
Okay.
Too many very specific ideas about
8
how this would play out.
8 maids are milking. Speaks for itself. I think what's going on there. 9 ladies dancing. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And-
one seems a bit too on the nose.
Yeah, it's too
compared to
obvious.
the rest.
Yeah, they
Do you understand what we're saying here?
the lords are leaping. Now that's clientele, I reckon. So you've laid the base. Now you've got to invite all the kind of well-heeled individuals to come party. 11 pipers piping. Because I think Diddy did hire escorts, didn't he?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, male escorts or male
Yep.
porn stars or something. They're the
Yep,
pipers.
The pipers.
And then the 12 drummers drumming. Well, got to set the
They're,
mood, don't
they're
you?
actually drummers. Yeah, like,
They
that's the
turn up.
one.
They're the ones are the only ones who are there to do like a legitimate day's work.
They're just like-
They all
I
right.
don't know, okay.
What do we do? Just keep
We're
drumming.
normally in stomp.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Just close your
Yeah.
eyes.
Just drum.
Just keep
Just
drumming.
Keep drumming, man. Just keep drumming.
Oh boy, that's a horrible interpretation of a Christmas classic. My mum, when I was growing up around Christmas time, even when we were all grown up, we'd still go back to mum's place around Christmas, or at least try to. And she had this thing of, I don't know why she thought this was the most appropriate music for Christmas, but she would put on this like, I don't know if it's Gregorian chanting, but it was like monks. It was this singing in Latin, really kind of heavy sort of like hymns, but it wasn't sort of like the joyous kind of like sleigh bell sound and, jingle bells. It was like, O morenos, caromos, ene mone, haro, like it's like you're in the
Merry
Omen
Christmas.
or something. It was so weird. Like she had one CD that
Jesus
was like,
is coming.
yeah, to claim souls for the Holy Father, and sinners shall be cast into hell.
He has one list, and it's only who has been naughty.
Yeah. I remember, like, we'd just sit around. It's just like, for her, I don't know what her thinking was. Maybe she was very much a woman who was like, she eschewed like, the modernisms of like, didn't like the Americanization of Christmas and like the idea of, the Hallmark Christmas. And so I think she was trying to take it back to old school Catholic dogma about Christmas, which is
Yeah,
like,
I
keep
get
it
that.
humble.
Right?
None of the commercialization shit.
Yeah, none of this Xmas.
We'll go to
shit.
mass at midnight
Yeah, that's right.
when you're tired.
And we'll sing hymns that we don't enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
None of these fun Christmas songs.
I wonder, actually, I've not been to I stopped going to mass pretty much as soon as I became an adult. And then I would only go every now and then with mum on a midnight mass. But I wonder if they've jazzed it up since then, because it was always quite a dour affair. Like Jared McCulloch, who is used to go to the parish that my mum went to. I remember seeing him at one of these masses, and he was saying to me, "Oh, I love coming to this church because the priest who does he's the cool priest. He does like he's the young guy, the Father Bob, if you will, reaching out and." I was like, I was looking forward to it. And then what I heard was like a pretty dry, pretty standard kind of sermon from, he didn't turn the lectern around backwards and be like, hey guys, let's rap about Christ.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? And I wonder if when it comes to church, because there are some people who still want their church to be old school church.
Yes.
And
Tradition.
yeah, traditional church. But like the more modern religions that seem to be popular seem to have more the trappings of modern day
You're
society.
talking like Hillsong.
Yeah,
and,
these like
let's come to a rock-
evangelical come in,
do a
it's,
rock
you know,
show.
like if you're rich, Jesus loves that.
Yeah,
That's him
yeah, yeah.
actually, you know.
You're doing
like,
well.
Yeah, you're doing well. You got
Yeah.
heaps of Instagram followers.
Sure, it says
Jesus
in the
loves you.
Bible it'll be
Yeah.
harder for a rich person to enter
Yeah.
the kingdom of heaven than a camel to pass through the eye of a needle, but forget that.
Yeah, but that's like a too long, didn't read version.
Yeah.
Here's the real version that Jesus wants you to know about. It's all about that money, make it rain.
Have you been watching this new series of South Park?
I have, yeah. I'm not entirely up to date, but I've watched a fair bit of it.
I mean, spoilers or whatever, but there is an amazing moment where, PC Principal,
Yes.
who has become Power Christian Principal, he's sort
Yes.
of like given over to the Christian right. He goes on a double date with Jesus and these other two Christian women, and gets into a fight with Jesus. And Jesus is like, look, I'm not going to fight back. Like, you want to, beat me up, that's fine. But, you guys are not living the principles that I wanted you to live. But then in the end, the right-wing Christians win over, and Jesus becomes a power Christian at the end. Like, shaves his beard off, just gets like a handlebar mow, gets jacked. It's so funny. But it does raise that question of like, how do you square those two things
What do you
as
mean?
like as a modern Christian?
Oh yeah, how do you?
Yeah, like the teachings of Jesus they're pretty straightforward, and it is a lot of that. It's about being humble. It's about looking after those who are less fortunate, clothing the unclothed, giving money to the poor, feeding the hungry. But then we sort of don't do that.
No,
It's the
like we
opposite.
actually celebrate the complete and utter opposite of that most of the time, even within the infrastructure of religion. This is why these modern religions have been so successful, because they have said to people,
We'll take away all the hard stuff.
yes,
The
no,
sacrifice, the
guilt,
inconvenience.
the inconvenience. No, just be you, but also go to heaven.
Yeah.
It's a great plan. It's a good selling.
But there is, the thing about Christianity or Catholicism specifically is there is a get out of jail free card, which is you can be the biggest asshole your entire life, but if you repent on your deathbed, bing bang, you're in the club. How does that go down? Like, how do you square that with like someone who's dedicated their life to helping the needy, and you finally get into heaven, you're like, oh my God, I got into the VIP lounge, and then you turn around and there's some asshole warlord scumbag who repented on their deathbed. Wouldn't you just be like, it'd be hard, right? Because you're someone who has lived a life of principled selflessness, but you couldn't help but feel angry or hard done by looking at that person who's been the opposite of that and has just done some cynical kind of repenting on their deathbed and got into heaven as well.
I feel like once you get to heaven in this scenario,
All that shit goes out the window.
you shouldn't be lingering on.
I would. I'd be so bitter. I wouldn't be able to get over
Which
it.
is why they wouldn't let you get
I'd
into
be
heaven.
playing ping pong with Beethoven and just be looking over at all those warlords being like, fucking what? Are you kidding? This is meant to be an exclusive club for the best of the best.
Well, yeah, but maybe there's some calculation that you're not aware of, right? Like maybe the warlords were actually in their own way. Like maybe there's some reckoning that God is doing, that there were all these evil...
Some Thanos kind of motivation.
Right, where there's like all these evil people on Earth. And so the warlords actually got points for every one of the evil people they killed along the way. And you just didn't realize that in them being a warlord, they were actually doing...
So God was looking at the totality of their life and was like, sure, like, you killed this many innocent people. But
I've also looked at whether they were innocent people or not.
right.
Because like we don't have the capacity
Some of
to
them
do
ate
that.
Some of them ate meat on a Friday.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I really
I've got a lot of really weird
a
and
lot of
strict
masturbators
rules.
in that
So,
group.
Yeah, so you killed 18 innocent civilians, but you killed thousands of masturbators. And up here, that counts for a lot. You're in charge.
Congratulations. Idi Amin, you're God.
You killed...
You're
the
now
new
God.
God. Because she killed the most masturbators, which is the one thing. By the way, we are talking Christmas because at the start it was suggested that maybe we could do a nice Christmas episode that we could sell to the advertisers. So is this the sort of thing that they will use as a clip? Idi Amin is second in charge to God because he killed the most masturbators.
Merry Christmas to all.
And 5 golden rings.
All right, let's get back to some more what they want, what the advertisers want. Some generic Christmas banter. Will, what's the best present you ever got for Christmas?
Oh, good question, Charlie. What is the best question? What best present that I ever got for Christmas? Childhood, right? Like you're thinking about.
Just waiting for the next horrendous thing that's going to come out of this very innocent question. Somehow we're just going to end up somewhere disgusting. But go on.
Yeah, my parents bought me
a garroting wife to kill homeless people with.
I loved it so much. I was very much into Lego, and I also loved New York. So they bought me these twin towers that I could build. And I thought, you know what? It is a great millennium present, and next year I will proudly. This is the final episode of this podcast. Thanks for listening.
Oh, no,
it's been nice.
Seriously, what was the best present you ever got? Okay.
I reckon.
Oh, what about the opposite? What's the worst Christmas
Nah,
present?
I'm not going to go there. Can't even remember. Glad to get a present. Happy that anyone gets me a present. But also don't need a present. I'm not a real present person.
Even as a kid, though?
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to say. As an adult, I am, and I know this, hard to buy stuff for. Because I've always kind of had, since I've been a working adult, always had kind of the amount of money that I don't really have big expensive tastes, and so mostly if I want something I can just get it when I want it. And so
I think that's most people feel that way though when you get to an adult, right?
Yeah, I think I don't think
you're not relying on as a kid, you rely on a present to get the thing that you want. You'll ask for it.
The special thing.
Yeah,
can I get a bike or can I get a whatever?
Well, I think as an adult,
you need them as a present.
You either save up for it or you just get it yourself because it seems odd to be like going up to your partner and saying, like, it might be different. Like, hey, if you're thinking of getting me something for Christmas, you can get me this. But if it's something that's an immediate need or whatever, or something that you covet, I think it is strange to put all your hope on someone else purchasing that for you as an adult.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you, which is why I live my life like that. And
I mean, I learned that the hard way after writing several Christmas lists to Santa, not getting what I wanted.
Dear Santa, and just like leaving them under Gemma's pillow.
I mean, Gemma and I are at a point now where literally, like, you know, a birthday will be coming up and it's just like, just what do you want? Give me a list of what you want. Give me some options. So it's not like the idea of like, sometimes we'll try and surprise each other if you do, but it's got to be an inspiration thing where you'll go, oh, that's something that I think they'll really like and they don't know about it. But more often than not, it's like, is there stuff that you are thinking about getting yourself that I can get for you? Or is there stuff that can you give me some clues or some general areas of where I should work in? But more often than not, I think she would rather I give her something she wants than me go out and try and guess or put pressure on myself to try and like come up with something.
Of course. I think that's perfectly fine.
Especially when you've been together for as long as we have.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to take it back to being a kid.
Yeah.
Like for best present, you've got to go back to a present that you got when you were a kid. That's when it's the most
magical. Yeah.
And it means something to you.
Yeah.
So what was probably the most exciting? I mean, I think, I don't know. In my family, it was always, if you wanted, like, a nice, the first time I got a really nice cricket bat was probably a Christmas
What was it,
present,
double
I would
scoop?
say.
Twin
It
scoop?
would have been a Grey Nichols.
Grey Nichols.
I reckon it was can't remember what model of Grey Nichols, but I remember that's what it was. That was
the twin scoop was the that was the prized possession of my age group because it's like it's a thick bat, but it's
Yeah, I
light because
I-
they've scooped out the back.
Yeah, I'm not sure that my dad like approved of
Oh,
the
the
twin
twin
scoop.
scoop.
I
That's
felt like
the
he
devil's
thought that
bat.
was. Yeah, I do think so.
Yeah, right.
I think back in the day that was a bit too fancy. It was like
Yeah.
football players wearing coloured boots. It was just like, nah.
Wearish. That
Yeah.
Dermot Brereton, who
There
does he
should be
think
one
he is?
sort of bat,
Yeah.
and it should be the
Pull
one
your
that
socks
Don
up.
Bradman, like, yeah, we should only use Don Bradman's bat
That's
until
hilarious.
it wears out, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think I just had the whatever the basic model grey nickels was.
Yeah.
That'll do the job.
Yeah.
If you're any good, that was my dad's attitude. If you're any good,
Well,
that'll do the
a
job.
bad worker blames his tools, Will. You'd be
Yeah.
able to make a century. With
My
this.
dad was very big on that Don Bradman, like, because, Don Bradman used to practice
with a stump and a golf ball.
stump hitting a golf ball up against the water tank, so that it would
Was that your
spray
your
all over the
Christmas?
place. And he was like, there you go. If it's good enough for Don Bradman,
Yeah.
it's good enough for you.
I don't know if I ever got a
Uh.
cricket bat. I do remember the first time I got a bike, a BMX, and that was like it was such a it was like winning lotto. I remember I would have been like 8 years old, and I walked out, and there's this shiny red BMX with had the what do you call it, like the checkerboard, like the in a car race, they have the black and white flag, the checkerboard.
Oh, yes. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking
Well, it
about.
had a checkerboard
Yeah.
like padding, so
I mean, yeah, chessboard, checkerboard.
yeah, over the crossbar and handlebars. And I remember seeing that bike, like getting up at 5 in the morning, whatever it was, and
Yeah.
seeing it in the living room and being like, "Fucking God, Satan!" Satan.
Thank you,
Praise
Satan. I got up and I said, "Praise Satan."
Finally, the
As
dark
any
Lord has
kid
answered my prayers.
Whoever got a BMX said, "Thank you, Satan."
Thank God I sacrificed that turtle dove. It was all worth it. Thank you, Santa. And I remember my sister and I jumping on that bike, like I think because she was a bit bigger than me. So she put me on the handlebars and we just rode around the neighborhood in like our pajamas. It was about 5:30 in the morning. And it was the most, I can remember every turn of that because it was just like my life is only going to get better from now on. I have wheels. It's a brand new BMX. Turns out it wasn't a brand new BMX. I found out after the fact. Actually,
a hand-me-down from
family friends, their son had grown too old for the BMX,
Yeah.
but they had reconditioned it. So my sister had spray painted it
potted
red.
it up.
Yeah, because it was funny because I did notice there was no branding on it. Like the big BMX
nice.
at the time was Mongoose. Everyone had like a Mongoose BMX. That was if you were going to be cool. But mine had no branding. It was almost like a NQR BMX
Yeah.
because they'd been spray painted over. But I didn't care at the time until I got to school and everyone's like, "What's with your
"What's
weird
yours?
brandless bike?"
What is your non-goose? Your geese are not laying.
Oh, that was I still think about that bike because just that feeling. It's very much a Stranger Things, ET, like getting a BMX in the 80s. That was instant freedom. Suddenly I could get to the park, get down to the beach, go visit friends. Like it's that independence of it. But then the way I mistreated that bike over the years, it went from being like a love story to being like this kind of abusive relationship where I would take it there was this big hill in this park near where I lived, had this big slide on it, and I'd ride my bike up there and I would just push my bike down the hill just to see if I could like smash it as hard as I could. And I remember one of my friends, this is like, 2 or 3 years later, one of my friends watched me like abuse my bike. And he said to me, "No wonder it looks like shit." And I got so offended that he thought my bike looked like shit. But he brought up a good point.
Yeah.
I kept smashing my
You were
bike.
smashing your bike, and that's why it looked like shit. So, I mean, I thought his observation was pretty accurate.
It was.
Yeah.
I was so offended. But then I was like, yeah.
How are you offended, though? You were the person who was the author of your own destruction.
Because I think what I wanted him to think about me was, "Oh, you're so cool and rebellious the way you smash your own bike and make it hard to ride home with your wonky wheel and broken spokes."
That is pretty cool.
You know what boys are like. It's like, let's smash things. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's cool to smash things. But then one person
Yeah, not
pointed
your
out
own
the
thing though.
yeah.
It's meant to smash other people's things, not your bike that you got to ride. You meant to do some smashing and then ride home on your perfectly good bike.
Yeah.
That's your escape from the smashing vehicle.
But doesn't that make me more enigmatic as like a 10-year-old to be the guy
Enigmatic.
who
I love when a 10-year-old wants to be enigmatic. And don't get me wrong, as a kid who wanted to be enigmatic at 10 years old myself, but it is the last bastion of the kid who, like, you've tried being cool, and now you're just like, maybe enigmatic will work.
Exactly.
That didn't work. Maybe aloof.
Because BMXing, I think by then was, so that's like, 88, 89. I feel like it was on the way out in terms of trends. But there was a BMX track in that same park with a big hill. And I noticed that like other kids, their bikes were fancier. So it was almost, because I hadn't been self-conscious about my no-name brand bike. But then it was almost like a rejection of the no-name brand bike. Does that make sense? It's like, my mum gave me a shit bike, so I'm going to treat it like shit. If I'd been given a mongoose, that's
Yeah.
worth taking care of. But this no name that my sister and my mum and dad had put a lot of love and care into restoring, putting
Restoring
back together
by hand.
hand,
Yeah.
painting and
Yeah.
buying new padding for it and new
Yeah.
chain. My dad probably put new cogs on it, everything like
Right.
that. And I destroyed
It was like a family exercise.
Yeah.
They all contributed.
Can you imagine my
parts of their
family? Like
love.
at the
And
end they
you're
all
like,
hugged
"Look at
each
this.
other, and it's
Look
like
what we did.
he's gonna love
we made
this."
together. Look at us. They're bonded over it.
Yeah.
They brought it up for years, the fun they had. And then the fact that you,
Threw
an
it in the
ungrateful little
creek.
shit, used to throw it in the creek and bash it up.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Fucking what a little shit I was.
But I understand that. You don't want to be the kid in the football jumper that your mother has knitted for you.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, isn't it, how much we crave to fit in
You wanna
when we are
belong.
children. Like, that we just do want.
And
It's
also
why when you find a genuinely unique child or like, I guess
Someone-
these days
yeah.
we're a bit more aware of neurodiversity and stuff like that. Whereas in the past, like we would have just been like, that person's quirky or weird or whatever it was. Like, whereas we understand now that people just like see the world and engage in
what
the
do you
world in
think of
very
that
different
10-year-old
ways.
who's repeatedly throwing his bike off that
Yeah,
hill?
that's right. You know what I mean?
Just let him be.
Yeah, just let him,
Let him be.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
He'll wear himself out. He'll sleep well tonight when he has to carry that bike home. It was a different way of viewing the world.
I think it was also a little bit
Yeah.
of the fact that that's probably when I started at the private school, because it would have been grade 5. I started at the private school where suddenly I was around kids who had more money and like lived in bigger houses and did have like nicer things and nicer bikes and more of those nicer things. So I don't know. It was just kind of I think that's maybe what was going on psychologically, was like, oh, well, I don't have nice stuff like these guys, so I might as well smash the few things that I do have.
I guess. Yeah, I understand what you're
You
saying. but
you lean into
It's so weird,
this is
isn't
my
it? Because
identity.
like it should be the opposite of that. It should be if you have fewer nice things that you hold on to the nice things you have and treat them so preciously. But instead, it's
yeah,
why are humans so
weird.
confusing?
I
Like, why is
know.
it so hard to be a human? Why do our instincts so often?
Work in our
Work-
opposite interests.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, I think it's because there's a socialization aspect to it. Like I think a lot of it stems down to wanting to belong. Like you sort of feel isolated or different, so you either act out. Like I know a lot of my friends who maybe grew up ADHD but undiagnosed at the time because it was the 80s or whatever, and were just treated as bad kids. Like you're a bad kid, you don't listen,
that's what we called 80s HD.
yeah, exactly.
You're a bad kid and you don't deserve to learn.
But all those kids, because they felt rejected, would then lean into well, if you think I'm a bad kid, I'll show you how bad I can be.
Yeah.
So I think that's you are aware that
But also not even, but I don't think even like as actively as making that decision. They
No.
just were, they were like, oh, well, this is what society is telling me that I am. So
Yeah.
therefore, I guess that's the only
Well, what are
thing.
your options?
Yeah. I don't think I am this. I think I just don't understand how to interact with people in the way that they're interacting with each other. But I guess if they're telling me that I'm this, then maybe I am this.
A friend of mine told me the most extraordinary story about his daughter, and I don't know what the name of the condition is, but he said that for the first few years she was at school, in like primary school, they were getting, the teachers were saying, oh, she's misbehaving, she's disinterested, she's disruptive, all the, the kind of cliches that you get around kids. And they were like, that seems so odd because when she's at home, she's really attentive and she's polite and she's got great manners, but it seemed to be when she get to school, there was this completely different personality. And so they started doing all the testing, and it wasn't ADHD and it wasn't all the sort of obvious hallmarks. And then they finally saw this specialist, and it came down to this very specific condition. And I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it. But when her teacher would be talking to her, she could hear the teacher when she was talking, but as soon as other noises came in, like the noise of the classroom or other students, she just couldn't focus. Like it was almost like an audio version of dyslexia, where she just couldn't understand the instructions being given by the teacher. So the teacher would give instructions, and she would just hear like peanuts, like wah 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 wah, and would then, just try and guess what, and that was being interpreted as the misbehavior or being disobedient or whatever. But keep in mind, she was like,
but the thing is,
trying,
and
she's only 7 or 8 and had no frame of reference, so she didn't know that this was unusual. She just was living in this world of being completely.
This is just
disconnected,
how
and people
I've
keep
had
getting
to-
angry at me, and I don't know why. So it was diagnosed, and so the treatment now is, or the way that that it's dealt with is the teacher wears or speaks through a microphone, and she wears a special headset so she can isolate the teacher's voice from
Is that right?
the other noises in the class, and then she can follow the instructions. And it's obviously changed everything. And I said to him, oh my God, like, so is this something she's going to have to live with her whole life? Like, is she going to find it hard to listen to instructions in crowded rooms? He said, no, that's the weirdest part, is that she'll grow out of it. Like, as her brain develops and her brain grows, it'll just eventually correct itself, and she'll be able to have the sensory inputs will be as balanced as everyone else. It was just the most amazing story. And I was like, that's so incredible. And the fact that they were able to diagnose it, like the fact that they would be able to diagnose it so specifically and then have this solution, and it worked. And now this like kid doesn't feel like a complete alien anymore. They're able to explain to her what was going on, and this is a solution. And more importantly, be able to tell the school and all the students and everything that this is what's going on for her. It's just amazing. I mean, 30 years ago.
What I've heard is go woke, go broke. Yeah, of course. Isn't that amazing? That like we can just find. Sorry, I've just
You started
spat
drooling.
all over
The thought of
myself.
kids
Just
with
thought of
neurological
this.
disorders just made Will
makes me
hungry.
drool for some reason. I have like a Schrodinger style response. Imagine if I'd just been hypnotized at some point, and he's like, "I'm just going to put a weird one in there," which is anytime somebody talks about neurodivergent
Divergent
children,
kids. I get
you
angry.
just start to drool. Oh my God, what happened?
I don't know.
Literally, I think I was just,
Merry Christmas.
no, I genuinely was, I guess, I think about it all the time, how much like awareness we have now around how differently people's brains work, and how you can even see in people you have been friends with all your life, you can see, oh, okay, now I can see these patterns because we have more of the language and the awareness ourselves of how these things might manifest or show themselves. You can then recognize those patterns in other people or aspects of their behavior that might have been like diagnosed or like classified as something if they'd grown up in a different era. And I am moved genuinely by the fact that we now live in an era where people, because I think life is hard enough just dealing with life,
Yes.
let alone having to battle your own brain, which is the only thing that gives you any sort of guidance day to day on how you should be living your life.
Well, that's what the thing that surprised me so much is I have assumed, like with friends of mine who are parents and being a parent myself, and you know, I volunteer Iona's school all the time, and you do see the way they accommodate for neurodivergent kids. But I was so surprised when this friend of mine was telling me that the school and the teachers were cracking down on this kid, as opposed to like, I feel like everyone's first instinct now is, oh, okay, there's obviously something going on here. Like most kids aren't just sort of disruptive for the sake of being disruptive, like especially at that age. Like most kids want to learn or be part of that group, that they would sort of just dismiss it as being like the way that they treated us 40 years ago, that would still be a trend. But I guess it is. I guess maybe a teacher who's overworked and under-resourced probably has to go to the shortest solution to a problem that's put in front of them.
And I guess we're only in this first generation of even understanding that. I mean, I've been doing some stand-up about it, but about Generation X being the thing that defines Generation X is that we're the only generation that when we first went to school, they still could hit you with whatever.
Yeah.
But by the time we finished school, they couldn't hit you at all.
Yeah.
And we lived through the entire phasing out of,
Getting
like, you know,
smacked.
like we're the only.
That's true, actually.
We're the only.
We started
yeah.
getting hit and we finished like, you know.
Nothing at all.
nothing.
We're the pioneers. We're the ones who
Yeah.
lived through it. Kids today, like, can walk because we limped from being caned at school, you know, but it got phased out. And it genuinely, across the time we were at school, like bit by bit, we saw in very demonstrable way how the like attitude towards like even punishment at schools and interaction and those sort of things, the education of kids and what the purpose of it is. But because people tend to repeat the things that they, you know, or that even you either choose to parent in a way that is either like your parents or in a reaction to your parents. It's the same, I think, with school. Like if you had a bad time at school, you want schooling to operate in a different way to how it operated when you were at school. If you thought school was good for you, you want it to operate for your kids how it operated for you. And I think there's often those two things that are competing very hard against each other. You know,
100%. It's funny. We had to. We have to discipline Iona all the time, obviously.
of course.
But actually had to punish her. We've never, her behavior was like so out of line, and she'd been so naughty that we actually had to sort of say, well, there's consequences for action now, which was, when I say we had to punish her, it was like, you're going to bed early, you know, no TV, no supper, go to bed. She was also overtired, which was contributing to the bad behavior.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
The bed was a win-win. Both the punishment and also you need
you need this. We're helping you.
Yeah, that's right.
But it was funny because, like, you know, like most sort of modern parents, you know, when you're disciplining your child, you're trying to regulate your emotions so you can show them how to regulate. The philosophy is when your kid is having a tantrum or expressing big emotions, you don't want to quash it and shut them down and, you know, make them feel bad about it, because that teaches them that, you know, big feelings are something should be hidden and sat upon and not expressed. You're not trying to teach them that. You're trying to teach them how to regulate, which is like, okay, you're feeling overwhelmed right now. Let's go.
Because that's also something important, that like you can't go out into the world with unregulated feelings.
That's right.
If you felt all your feelings all the time out in the world would not exist for very long.
That's right. So, you know, ordinarily that's what you do is like she has a tantrum, give her some space, go in, you sit with them. You don't even necessarily have to do anything, but you don't walk away from them, because otherwise I'll feel you're starting to lay the groundwork for abandonment. It's like, okay, so every time I feel strong emotions, you know, the people I love and trust the most leave the room or don't want to be around me. You want to be within the vicinity, but you don't necessarily have to be counseling them or you know, trying to calm them down or anything like that. You just be with them until they regulate. And then once they're receptive to hearing the information, you can talk about all that kind of stuff. But this was an instance, and to be honest, like it was nothing particularly egregious, but like she had a friend over and they're all hyped up, and, you know, it'd been a big weekend of hanging out and sleepovers and stuff like that. And she just hadn't been sleeping. And so they were a bit fucking crazy and ratty. And we sat down to have dinner. And in our house, like, you know, we do sit at the table and we finish dinner and then you ask to be excused, all the, the simple kind of like, rules we have in our house. But she and her friend just went fucking like rogue and we're jumping off the chairs and chewing up food and spitting it back out on the plate. It's just like little gremlins, right? And, you're trying to, I don't want to raise my voice or get angry, especially because she's got a friend there and it's not my job to parent my friend's kid.
Yeah.
But, they were just being little monsters. And then the friend's dad came round and he kind of was in the same position where it's like, they're just not listening. It's like,
This is where modern parenting really,
yeah.
really
oh man,
gets very challenging.
The temptation to yell, scream, scare them, smack them, whatever it is so overwhelming. And I think like early in my parenting journey, it's probably what I did go back to, was just like, that's how I was raised. And so you do kind of like get big and fearsome. But we just kind of allowed it to kind of like go on. And then eventually the dad took the daughter home. And then Iona went into kind of just like little shit mode, like just absolutely not following instructions, answering back. And so we just very calmly were like, okay, all right, like you're not going to jump in the bath. You can just go to bed now. And she thought she could call our bluff. And we're like, no, this is happening. It's like 6:45. She normally goes to bed like, 7:30, 8. We pulled the blinds, put the light on, go into your room. And boy, like the kind of, the pleading and bargaining and the aggression, like there's all the different like levels of manipulation going to play. So Gemma's sort of dealing with most of it. I go to have a shower and I'm in the shower and I hear a knock at the door and it's Iona. And she's like, Daddy, like cute voice. She's like, Daddy, I'm sorry for forgetting my manners. And I was like, okay. I said, I understand. That's very nice. But the punishment stands. You've got to go to bed now. And she was like, but you said I could watch TV after dinner. And I said, well, that was the agreement, but that now is not the agreement now. And she went from like the cute Daddy, like, I'm sorry, to fuck you, old man. Like, I mean, not those words, but
that was the vibe. That was the message you were getting, regardless of the language it was communicated in.
Yeah, but it was just...
You heard what you needed to hear.
But it was just so funny. Like,
but it was that real, at the start, it's just like, hey, I've learned all my lessons.
I've learned all my lessons.
And then you're like, no, and you're like, well, fuck you. And I didn't even mean that about learning my lessons. I've learned no lessons. And I've learned another lesson.
She was
moonwalk
out of the room doing that. Fuck you. It was so funny. And like the level of manipulation, I'm like, oh my God, should they learn it at such a young age? Like she just knows how to play me like a harp. And so I did go in with her and I sat, and she was crying and like, you said I could watch TV, blah, blah. And so sat with her and she eventually did go to sleep. And then what I was interested to see was the next morning, because like I said, it's the first time we've really had to kind of enforce a punishment or lay down some consequences for our actions. And it was very interesting. It worked. Like the next day when she woke up, she came in and she wanted to have a cuddle and she sort of just had a little brief discussion around it. But I do think she's now got an idea that,
there's a line.
There's a line.
Yeah.
And I crossed it. And that these guys, I can't call their bluff. They're willing to back it up. Because the other thing kids do really well is they play parents off each other.
Yes.
So one parent will give a punishment and they'll go to the other parent who isn't aware that the punishment's being laid down. So it's like, sure, you can watch some TV before bed. And then the conflict between the parents starts and the kid's like, suck
got
it,
him.
kids. Yeah.
Got him. Because when they're fighting each other, they're not
concentrating
concentrating on
me.
me. Learned that from Rupert Murdoch.
All right. It is the final TOFOP of 2025. And so it is the final Crack That Pack. Oh my God, we finally...
Oh my God.
On the button.
Crack that pack.
James has been waiting the whole episode for that. And Will, did you have a special...
Oh yeah, I do actually. It's over here. Okay.
This is a biscuit that has been recommended by a close friend of the show. Now, is this a homemade biscuit or is this one purchased from a store?
It is purchased from the Northcote Bake Shop.
Okay.
It's called the Comeback Cookie.
Okay.
So...
All right. I mean, so Will is opening the box now.
Yeah, okay.
They look great. Some
Yeah,
pistachio.
so that's the same. They're both the same.
Okay. All right.
So like you can just get in there. You try that first. You can try
Okay,
it
I'll try
first.
first.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Charlie's going to try it first. So yes, it's from the Northcote in Melbourne bake shop. It's
Oh my
called
God.
the Cumbuck Cookie, and this is Tamsin who supplied this. This is her favourite biscuit.
I mean, it's
And-
pretty amazing.
I'm
I'm going to describe. So it's a chewy cookie with chocolate, pistachio, caramel, and it's delicious. Like it's actually, I don't normally go for these very sweet, chewy, soft, chewy cookies, but this one's it's pretty darn good. And you know what I think is great about it is once again, like the spelt cookie we had from my local bakery. The chocolate and this very sweet caramel are perfectly balanced. It's like a dark, bitter chocolate with a nice sweet caramel.
And I love that even though this is traditionally a little bit like chewier a biscuit than I would normally have, because I like the crunchy, but the crunch on the outside comes from that caramelization, and I think that's an interesting way to get some sort of like texture into it, like for a chewy like.
Not a lot of cookie.
No, it's a lot of chocolate.
It's a lot of chocolate and caramel.
Yeah.
But
You are right. If you were going to criticize the cookie, it would be for the lack of cookie.
there's something red in here as well. Oh, there's nuts as well. There's some kind of.
I mean, there is a lot going on. You know, you have to. Oh, there's
It's pistachio.
Yeah, okay. And I found a little a little cookie there.
Oh, that's
as
an
well.
excellent.
Yeah.
That's I mean, that's an A from me.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think
fine.
that's the best of the chewies we've done this year. Don't you think?
I'm
yeah.
going to say, yeah. I think what we're learning is that if you're going to go like a big chocolatey cookie, like a big, just the dark chocolate has to be so on the sort of bitter plain, like, you know, that's what it has to bring. The minute you put a sweet chocolate
Milk.
into something else that, here's where you put your sweet chocolate, in a plain otherwise biscuit.
Yeah.
Right? You put your milk chocolates in that, the sweetness you need for the chocolate. But in these style of, I think the mistake that we see so often in this segment. Now I'm like,
It was
it's like,
such earnestness.
it's like, it's real. I've really become like a sports commentator.
You really
know,
have.
like,
Go tell me, well, what is
get
the
it.
problem with
or
the
like
cookie industry?
I guess like a great English Bake Off, like that sort of like that sort of vibe. Is, you know, one of the problems we often see when we're
Yes.
looking at the chewy cookie is, no, I really do think it's, I think dark chocolate, bitter chocolate, that's the real secret. Maybe I could do with a little more cookie, but I
Yeah.
think that's definitely an A.
That's definitely an A. And so where was that? The Northcote
The
Bake.
Northcote Bake Shop.
If you're in Melbourne, well
Yeah.
worth a visit.
Oh, it's pistachio and brownie. That's why it's got that consistency. So
right.
that's
It's less
the-
cookie and more brownie.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Okay.
I love
Interesting.
this. I love that this segment has come along at a time when biscuit makers are getting more and more adventurous. In the same way that, you know, you get those
It is true.
like cold rock ice creams where they just mash a whole bunch of shit together. People seem to be doing that with
Yeah,
biscuits.
next
now.
time we do a recording in Sydney, I've got a new place that I want us to try. It's,
Okay.
that I might have had some non-podcast cookies at last week when I was in Sydney.
Well, I did. I mean, we are recording in Melbourne today, and I did want to go past the South Melbourne market, but they're not open on a Thursday, which is
Yeah, that's true.
weird. Anyway,
Good chat.
it's been a wonderful year. Thank you so
was
much.
any of that good for the advertisers? Merry Christmas.
Yeah, I
James has
think
just
so.
thrown his headphones on the ground.
That's right. On the 13th day of Christmas, we said download podcast.
But thank you for all your support this
Yes.
year. It's been wonderful, especially on Patreon.
Yeah, that's very important to us, the Patreon, and we're trying to put more content.
There's
up there.
more content there, but you can go back and pick through years and years worth of bonus content, maybe find some gold you weren't aware that existed before. But
Can I plug some shows?
You can.
I have my entire touring shows for next year already on sale. So
Oh, wow.
comedy.com.au.
for the whole year.
Well, for all the shows that I'm doing next
Okay.
year are already on sale. So Perth, Adelaide, Canberra, Melbourne, Brisbane. I think they are the places. So all on sale, comedy.com.au.
Links in the episode description. Will, Merry Christmas.
And a Merry Christmas to you,
And Happy New
Charlie.
Year, James. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
James.
Christmas.
What are you wanting for Christmas? What do you want Santa to bring you this year?
Ooh, put me on the spot. Maybe an experience. I think an
Oh.
experience is always a good gift. It
All
doesn't
right.
have to be
Okay.
expensive, but something.
But an
that's
experience.
fun
What sort of
activity.
experience are we talking about then?
Well, not skydiving because I
No.
wouldn't do that.
All right.
But I don't know, a nice outing somewhere.
An outing. All right. Okay. Well, James wants the present that you'll give your
Have you ever-
80-year-old grandmother.
Have you, James?
Just
Had,
wheel James around the
Maybe
gardens,
maybe
and he's pretty happy. Merry Christmas.
A visit to the hot springs or something that would be.
Oh yeah. All right.
James-
Now it's got a little sexy.
have you ever hunted a human for sport?
Now that is an experience.
I'm Charlie
I'm
Clausen.
Will Anderson.